Today's video is part of a series of videos where we create all of the different types of charts we have in Excel. In today's video, we're going to be creating the box and whisker charts. So I'm going to just scroll through so you can see the different charts we're going to create in this tutorial. So we have let's see, we have this one, and finally we have this. If you want to see the other videos in this series where I create all of the different types of charts in Excel, you can check out the description box below for the link to the course playlist or the links to the individual videos. Alright, let's get started. So I already have Excel open, and this is the dataset we're going to be using. The link to this will be in the description box below. It's going to be in an Excel workbook format, so you're going to have the sheets already there. All you need to do is go to the appropriate sheet, and then we're going to create the box and whiskers charts. So for this first one, we are going to use region, and we are also going to use other values. So I'm going to select these two columns. I'm going to go over to insert, recommended charts. I'm going to go to all charts, and we're going to use box and whisker, and I'm going to click on OK, and this is what we have. I'm just going to increase this and also rename this chart to region versus other value. So what a box and whisker chart help us do is see the spread of our data. So if I hover, I'm just going to try and hover over it. So the minimum value in this in Midwest is 103, and the highest I'm just going to try is 14,295. The box here, so this box represents the middle 50% of our data. This is where most of our values lie, and it gives us a sense of like the range of our data. And this line in the middle of the box is our median. It tells us the middle value of our data set. If I just over, it's 3,360. Now that we know our range of our data, I believe this is called the 25th percentile. This is called the 75th percentile. That's the top. So these dots are the outliers. So sometimes when you calculate something like an average or a mean, outliers can skew your data, where if it's extremely high compared to whatever the spread of your data is, it can skew your data sometimes. So these dots represent outliers. So you're seeing the normal spread of your data, while these dots represent outliers. So this is just how it looks like for region other value spread. So the spread of our data for, well, in the case of this data set, the other value for each region. Let's now move on to the next one, so we can create a different box and whiskers to see how they tend to look, how different data may spread. So let's select departments, and then we're going to select unit sold. I'm going to insert recommended charts, all charts. We're going to use our box and whisker. I'm going to click on OK, and yeah, this is what we have. So we can see the spread of our data. It's essentially, well, I say equal across all of the different departments, but we can see that the amount of units sold is still concentrated. Is essentially consistent across all departments, and of course we have 0 outliers. So if we had, let me try something. Let me say I want to change, let me select this, let me make it 123, and now you can see we have an outlier here. So I'm just going to remove that, and there we go. That's how a box and whisker chart works. I'm just going to make this departments versus unit sold. Let's look at other metrics so we can see how your box and whisker charts can look like. Let me move on to the next one, which is product category. So I'm going to select this one, product category, and we are going to use that's profit margin. So I'm going to go to insert recommended charts, and then I'm going to select box and whisker. Same thing, it's essentially equal the spread of our data, although you can see the middle of our data here is different from this one, but you can basically compare all of them. They are not that different, and we don't have any outliers in terms of profit margin. So I'm just going to name this product category versus profit margin. Next, I'm going to come over to this. Let's use region again, and we are going to use delivery time, and I'm going to go over to insert, recommended charts, all charts, and there we go. So this one is even more uniform across all of them, although the middle for this one is different, but across all of the other ones is different. But just like the way I demonstrated with the other one, we have a single outlier here, which is 11. So the spread is between 1 and 10 days. This delivery time is in days, so it's between 1 and 10 days, and they are all spread across the same thing. And the 50% of the data is spread across 3 and 6 days. I just want to going to rename my charts, which is going to be region versus delivery time. Let's move on to the next one. So I have these 3 other examples where I just wanted to show you can see that in our data sets they are all pretty much uniform. So I just wanted to provide some where you can see more extremes. So in terms of spread, where data have less spread, or they are a lot more outliers. So I'm going to select these 2 columns, and I'm going to go over to insert, recommended charts, all charts. We're going to use box and whisker, and I'm going to click on OK. And yeah, this is what we have. So the spread you can see the spread is consistent across all of the departments except IT, where it's much higher. So the lowest for IT is higher than the others, and the highest is also more than others. And then the spread for finance is more towards lower end, and you can see we have outliers there. So even in sales, when their salary is it performance score? It's not salary. Performance score is within the same range with others. They also have some outliers, just 3, even, and in marketing, and even the low end there's also an outlier at the bottom. So I'm just going to move on to this one. Let's select these 2. I'm going to insert, recommended charts, box and whisker, insert. Once again, we can see the spread of our data with this one, and it has very, how will I say, the spread is very small. So there isn't more spread in terms of the data and so on and so forth. We have outliers here. We have an outlier in the lower end. We even have something called I don't even understand how it will have a negative value. I don't think it's negative. Maybe it's 0. Oh, it's a negative value. Interesting. But anyway, this is another spread of box and whisker charts that we can see. And let's just create the final one. I'm going to insert, recommended charts, and of course we are going to use a box and whisker, and we can see, so in this one there is basically no spread, none whatsoever. Maybe there are just fewer items in that category, who knows. And then we can see the spread. The middle value is we can't even see much here. The premium items, they are the spread, that's 50% of the data is skewed towards the top, so more expensive items compared to the bottom, while we still have some outliers at the bottom here, so lower price items, even in the premium, I believe it's a premium category, is it premium products category. Then here the spread, 50% of the spread is towards the lower end, and then here we have some outliers. But yeah, that's it for the box and whisker chart. If you want to watch other videos in this series where I create all of the different types of charts in Excel, you can either check out the description box below for the link to the course playlist or the links to the individual videos, or you could click on the playlist on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.